Hey YouTubers, Hike with Mike here of course. Welcome to my little slice of heaven. Time for another swamp talk. Hope you enjoy. Well, doing a nice, fairly quick hike today. This whole week it's supposed to be really hot. There's some sort of just high pressure, just staying over the state and possibility to get into the hundreds, which is kind of rare in Florida, I think, because we usually have the high humidity, but I guess it's going to be drier than usual, and that could make the temperatures go up. I'm out here in the heavily covered woods though, so it's early morning, so I should be alright before the heat sets in, but the next week or so, pretty much no chance of rain and lots of heat. But May is usually one of the drier months of the year anyway. So I'm gonna just enjoy what I like to enjoy. I was listening to the radio this morning, the Drifters, classic, wonderful R&B soul band from the early 60s. Their song, Up on the Roof. And of course something like that's gonna, right down my alley, except I would replace Up on the Roof with Out in the Swamp. But this is a great song about escaping all the noise and all the craziness and finding your own small little slice of heaven. And that's always good medicine. And I'm going to go off trail in a little bit and find my own little slice of heaven for a little while and just relax. Alright, going off trail. And there's a saying, look twice and make sure you're on the right path. And I've got to make sure that I do that. I've been on this off-trail spot enough to where I'm pretty comfortable without having to leave many markers, but I always tend to do just a couple of markers because you never know. One false move and everything starts to look the same, so I'll probably make a little marker here before I move in a little bit further. Hey YouTubers, Hike with Mike here of course, and I always like to have a book to read. I know books are kind of a relic, like so many things that us bushcraft people like, are relics in the modern and technology world, but I always like to read a little bit of Thoreau, because he is one of my boys. This little quote here, explore your own higher latitudes, simplify, simplify. Our life is frittered away by detail. We do not ride on the railroad, it rides upon us. I love that quote. That'll be a future swamp talk. But today, I want to focus on a different talk. There's a Lakota Sioux proverb. Look twice and always look for the right path. And I love that quote. It has so many practical things whenever I go off trail to make sure I'm looking for the right path to get home. But it's a philosophical thing. Look twice and always make sure you're on the right trail. I love that. It's going to go on my wall. It's a great saying. You know, the practical use of it I don't have to talk about, but the philosophical message of that short, simple statement, and it's so true for many of us in our lives, is we do things, but sometimes we don't stop and look twice and make sure we're still on the right path. we just go off on the wrong path. And if we stop and are more careful and more diligent and more stealthy, and in our lives, people we meet, situations we're in, things we have to do, we always need to stop, look twice, and make sure wherever we're going, whatever we're doing, whoever we're with, we're on the right path. Simple wisdom. And like so many things in life, less is truly more. The simpler things are, the easier it is to understand, and the easier it is to get out of a situation that isn't very pleasant. So that's my swamp talk for today. Whether it's out on the practical use, out hiking, and you go off trail, like I do a lot, and make sure I look twice and make sure I'm still on the right path, or in life's journey as you travel down the hiking trail of life, always make sure you stop a lot, look twice, and make sure you're on the right path, because that's always good medicine. It's May, one of our driest months, and as you can see, the swamp is quite dried up right now until hopefully the summer rains will come and fill it back up. I don't want to go home. I just want to stay out here in the woods. Dang responsibilities.